reporting on the games you love by people who love to game. The MMO Reporter Network.
Here we have the halflings, both male and female. We're going to go ahead and make a female. The different abilities there: nimble reaction, ability scores, and boldness. And here are the character classes. The Trickster Rogue, which shows you the different special abilities that come along with being that particular profession. There's the Devoted Cleric, and all of its abilities there. The Guardian Fighter as well, with block, enforced threat, fighter's recovery, dungeoneering. And these are all standard between the races and sexes. For the special racial abilities, we've got Dexterity and Charisma, or Dexterity and Constitution. So we'll go ahead and pick one, and move along. Here are the presets that you can choose from when it comes to a halfling female, and you can pick one of these flat out without doing any sort of customization to them. But if you like to customize your character, and honestly, who doesn't? There's tons of options available on the next slider screens. So we're going to zoom in a bit, and here are the head shape options. They're all named rather oddly, but that's basically just a way to tell them apart. The descriptions are not necessarily apt as far as I think, but there's lots of variety to choose from. Now we're going to go ahead and pick full, and here are the different hair options that are available to halflings. The female hair choices are the same among the different races, and of course across all classes. Now you'll notice that there's a few different colors that you can choose from, and depending on the head shape that you choose, you will end up having some clipping problems depending on the hairstyle as well. But of course you have to keep in mind that this is beta, and that all could change later on. And we're going to go ahead and show all of the hairstyles as best as we can. We'll go ahead and choose the button here. There are several eye types available for the halfling, and we have several colors as well to choose from in varying shades. For eyebrows, natural, fine, and curly are your choices, of course. And you can select a different color for your eyebrows as well, which is something you don't usually see in other games. For appearances, there's skin texturing. So cute, young, fair, pretty, mature, rough, rugged, old, elderly. And this is also where you choose your skin tone. So you can be luminescent or dark, as you wish. Obviously no horns for a halfling. And here the scars are the same across all races as well, so if you've seen one of our other videos, you've seen these. Here are the tattoos, and these are also the same across all races. So we'll go ahead and show you the different colors against skin tones. And we'll go through the different tattoos so you can see them on the particular face that we chose. And one of the interesting things is that for the full face tattoos, or the tattoos that go further into the hairline, if you had chosen bald or shaved for a hairstyle, you'd be able to see them through the little fuzz. So if you do decide to change your hair later on, maybe with a style kit that could be offered, you would be seeing those tattoos through there. So we'll go ahead and pick one and move along to face scaling. And this category has all of the different sliders that you're probably expecting, along with some that are definitely missing from other character creators. There's the obvious head size, width, height, which is transforms the head shape, really. Depth is the thickness of the skull, which is very interesting to add. A thing of note is that the only way to select height for your character is going to be through neck length, leg length, and for females, the heel. So if you're looking to make something that is particularly tall or short, you'll have to pay attention to those sliders in particular. And here we have the eye adjustment and brow adjustment as well. And like I had said before, there are some potential clipping issues that happen with the brow adjustment for the characters. Nose width. Not too much play there. There's also nose height and bridge width and bridge depth. There's lots to play with in this character creator. There's so many different ways to customize it, so you can make pretty much any character you want. Depending on the shapes that you start off with, you could potentially copy any person you like. So that's a good thing. People always like customization, so that's really where they aimed at, and I'm sure that if you go in for this game, you'll certainly be able to make any character you like. For mouth width and height, there's lots to play around with there. The lip fullness has quite a gauge. Jaw width and height. And cheek fullness as well there. Now for body shape on a halfling, we have toned, which is the default, slim, and heavy, which is a bit bulky. But we're going to go ahead and go with heavy because halflings should be a bit bulky. Now for the scaling, there's a lot more sliders available to us. Of course, breast size and heels, which, you know, you need to show the armor if you're going to show that off. There's the heels. For females, there is also a nail length selector, but you can't change the color on them, but that could be happening later on. Shoulder width. Chest width, of course, changes the overall frame of your character there. Chest depth does seem to affect the appearance of breast size on your character. The waist width and depth gives you a bit of a paunch if you raise it or lower it. Arm length, arm bulk. They're all pretty much the same across the different races. There is a lot more play with some of them depending on the race you choose. Hand length, of course, lengthens the hand there. Leg length is also one of the main indicators for height, so you can raise or shorten that. And there's really not a lot of variation between the two extremes when it comes to a halfling. There's the feet size, thickness, and length to adjust the size of those. And there we have our complete female halfling.